You're that, you know who it is, you know what it is. It's your boy Philly Fresh, aka the General, here reporting for duty, man. If you haven't done it already, please hit that sub button, man. Got a lot of things I want to do with this channel, but I need y'all help. I'm on the road to 1K, man. I'm almost there. You know what I mean? Help me out. All right. Y'all ever just sit down and think, why this organization, other than Mr. Jerry Lloyd, why this organization has been so successful, especially in the last 3 years? Just think about it. Quarterback, check. GM, check. Head coach, check. It's not too many teams in the NFL that can say that. It's not too many teams that can check all 4 boxes. I'm going to leave Mr. Lloyd out of this one, but it's really not that many teams. It's less teams that can check all 4 boxes. But what I wanted to talk about today was we had the best trio in the game when it comes to general manager, Doug Peterson, the head coach, and Carson Wentz, the quarterback, man. Top five. Let's get into Carson Wentz real fast. Top 5 quarterback. We already know what he does. Arm talent like no other. Comparable to the best quarterback in the league, in my opinion. But people do that. Has flaws. Yes, has flaws. But you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't get in trouble. He doesn't be in the media for dumb stuff, other than the stuff that he ain't got no control over, like dudes talking behind his back. And even in that sense, what did he do? He stand tall and bald, right? And then he gets another notch under his belt with me for what he did, man, what he said in his tweets. We already know how I feel about that. I'll talk a little bit about that in the second half of this video, though. So let's go to Mr. Doug Peterson, backup quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Backed up Donovan McNabb, backed up Dan Marino, basically seeing it all. He's seen one of the greatest arm talents. See, a lot of people don't talk about Dan Marino, man. But to me, man, he's the top 2-3 quarterback of all time. He just ain't win a chip. He just can't. He got there, but he couldn't win a chip, man. I got mad respect for Dan Marino, man, and the talent that he had, the arm talent, and he can I don't know what just happened there. He can throw on a run. I like watching Dan Marino highlights a lot. It ain't like I grew up with him. And then you go to Howie Roseman, right? Oh wait, we ain't talk about Doug. We ain't really talk about Doug. Let's get back into Doug. All right, so Mr. Doug Peterson, man. When there's a will, there's a way with Mr. Doug. If you are not out of the playoffs, if you have even a sliver of a chance, he's going to make sure he gives it his all. He's going to make sure he does film study. He's going to make sure that he is there with his teammates, play after play, practice after practice, to make sure that they get things right. This is why I call him December Doug. I don't know what it'd be sometimes in the middle of the season. Usually he kind of starts off good, but then dwindles off in the middle of the season. That didn't happen in 2017, but we've seen it happen. And I'm not going to try to act like Doug doesn't have his flaws neither. But when you look at the rest of the quarterback, the rest of the quarterback and head coach, the quarterback and head coach tandem, who's better? Probably Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. That's debatable. You know what I mean? Andy Reid finally got his chip, so he's going to be put ahead of Doug. You got Drew Brees and Peyton. I just don't like the Bounty Gate thing, so that's a slash on his record. But other than that, who you got? Ain't no more Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So I feel as though that them two is debatable between Kansas City and the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Then you bring in your GM. See, I don't really know about Kansas City GM. From what I hear, or what I was told, that is that Andy Reid makes most of the decision. So I understand that, and you can see that because he just got speed, right? But when we talk about 3 separate people, you can actually see that Howie Roseman has done a good job. I understand everybody wants to grind him up, that they done They done tore everything up. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this. What are y'all breaking into a kid's dental shop for? Like, look at this, man. Look at this. A lot of people want to act like Mr. Howie Roseman has not been doing his job. I tend to disagree, man. I understand, he hasn't hit on a lot of picks. Dudes like Matt Hollins and who knew, Sheldon Gibson. I think he's still on the team, but, he has brought in some talent. First of all, he got you Carson Wentz. That's number one. And he had a hand in hiring Doug Peterson. We all know what Andy Reid did, but he had a hand in hiring Doug Peterson, right? All right. You look at 2018 draft, only had 5 picks. I think this is the draft Miles Sanders, J.J. Arthur-Whiteside, and also Andre Dillard. Now, if them 3 pan out, we still got to wait. We already know what Miles Sanders is. But if the rest of them 2 pan out, you bet more than 500. So you got 2016, you got Carson Wentz. 2017, you win the Super Bowl. 2018, you only have 5 picks, right? And you can end up getting 3 starters. End up having 3 starters and 5 picks. 2019, everybody complained about speed. What'd he do? Get speed. Even last year, 2018, everybody complained about corners. I mean, it's not his fault that dudes was not doing what they were supposed to be doing. They was not being coached up. But every time we complained about something, just think about it. Mr. Howie Roseman got what we needed. Last year, we complained about cornerbacks. He got a lot of cornerbacks. He brought in dudes. Right? He brought in, that was 2018. He brought in Cravion LeBlanc. He drafted Avonte Maddox. You know what I mean? People look at Howie Roseman like he just, like he don't know what he doing, man. Just because he doesn't get the top guys. Sometimes I'm frustrated that he doesn't get the guys too. But just because he doesn't get the top guys that y'all want, y'all just feel as though, oh man, nah, he ain't doing his job. Firing. Man just won a Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. You want fired? Come on, man. Think about that, man. Think about that. His job is to pick the players. It's the coach's job to develop the players. We have better coaches to develop these players now. Everything is not on Doug Peterson now. He can do more. He can scheme more because he can trust. Hopefully, though, let's see how these Mark Wells of the world and stuff like that pan out. But hopefully, he can trust his staff to develop players, man. All I wanted to say, man, at the end of this video is, I think we had the best trio in the NFL. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Second half of the video coming up. But first, a word from my sponsor. Yeah, you see it, BBC Bodybuilders Collision, man. Whatever you need, a door, whatever you need, man, BBC got you, man. Free estimate. Whatever you need, man, they got you, man. Tell them Philly Fresh sent you. Ask for Diddy, take care of you. And that's a black-owned business. See, my thing is, at first, I was kind of frustrated with the riots. Like, it's taken away from what happened to the man that just died, George Floyd. It's taken away from that. But then I thought about it. It's not just George. It's not just what happened to George. It's not just what happened to Kanika. I can't remember her name, man. But it's not just what happened to Trayvon Martin. It's what happened for 400 years. It's what happened to Emmett Till. It's what happened to Don King. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, man. And it's been going on for years. And it's to the point people just said, man, we had enough. Now, have people went overboard because now it's just about getting free stuff? Yes, they have. And then you're destroying your own neighborhood. I'm from West Philadelphia. My neighborhood is jacked right now. From 63rd Street to 52nd Street. Just jacked, man. burning down pharmacies that old people need. Stuff like my grandma. My grandma lives around there. You know what I mean? It's like you're taking away things that we need. You're taking away things that are essential. I understand the frustration. I do. I'm a black person. I'm a black man. Not only am I a black man, I'm a Muslim black man who wears kufis from time to time. So I might get two slanted eyes from the police. I understand that. I get it. But at the same time, we have to make sure that we understand that we don't just burn down our own hood. We have to go back there. We have to live there. And then we going for the rope-a-dope. We going for the banana in the tailpipe. You want to know why? Because they are instilling dudes to start these riots because this is what they want. They want to be able to bring the National Guard here to shut stuff down. You know what I mean? I seen a video, man. I'm gonna try to find it for y'all. Put it after I finish talking. If I don't, I apologize. But I seen a video, man. It was a guy, and I think it was in Cincinnati. It was somewhere, either Cincinnati or Minnesota, and it was just a pile of bricks there. Out of nowhere, no construction site, no none of that. Just a pile of bricks. And you know what he said? He said, man, they trying to set us up. It was in front of a courthouse. He said, oh, they trying to set us up. Ain't no construction site over here. So don't fall for the okie doke, man. Do not fall for the okie doke. But if you already have, man, I wear a size 8.5. Just let y'all know. Y'all know what it is. Stay fresh, y'all.